I'm Cindy, and I'm one of the co-owners of Hai Phong Restaurant. So it's a Vietnamese restaurant. We specialize more on the southern cuisine of Vietnam. So the name Hai Phong is actually not the region Hai Phong in Vietnam, but it has to do with like my family's heritage name. So Phong is something that's been carried on through generations, and then my dad decided to add Hai to it, meaning ocean. So Phong is supposed to mean prosperity or like abundance. I think that's kind of like where the two words come together, and that's how he came up with the name Hai Phong. So we are actually from like the southern region of Vietnam. My parents like grew up in Cà Mau, Vietnam, like Saigon, Cà Mau. They worked really hard and they wanted to establish or set a foot foundation here for their children. So they decided to open up a business. We serve from like your everyday eats to like family shared meals. It's because we've been around for so many years. Like this May would be our 19th year in business. And our clientele was getting a bit on the older end. To draw in the younger generation, we had to give it a facelift. And that's why we ended up choosing Ark and Mason, because they are great at what they do. I'm very happy with the outcome that we now have. It just gives them a really nice new feel. So when customers come in, I would want them to feel homey, but in a space where it's refreshing and trendy.
So how Ark and Mason and Hai Phong got together to collaborate on this renovation. A lot of our friends have known Cindy and her family for a long time. If you have lived in Vancouver for the last 20 plus years, you've probably heard about Hai Phong. It's like the OG of Vietnamese restaurants. So when we were connected with Cindy, I was just super excited to help with her design and construction. The idea going into Hai Phong's renovation, I just really wanted to refresh the space and come up with a modern look, going more from the traditional to updated and trendy space. Budget was also really important, so just keeping that in mind and focusing on the elements that could enhance the space while thinking about the budget as a whole. Colors and materials for the restaurant's fresh modern look. I really drew inspiration from Vietnam as a whole and looking more at markets and the agriculture, so just drawing those natural and muted colors. Also took inspiration from traditional Vietnamese spices and ingredients, as well as their traditional cooking utensils. And there was also the bright blue color that we incorporated into the hallways. When you walk into the washrooms, you have that surprise of a bright blue along with the lanterns. And so that was kind of drawn from looking at more of the ocean and the fishing villages of Vietnam. So these were actually purchased in Vietnam, as well as the baskets that we put on the walls. So just bringing those elements that are true to the traditions of Vietnam and like a surprise element in the space. Also the wood slats that we put on the bar area, just bringing a nice natural tone, as well as the lighting features that we chose. Those are really great, and it's a very like natural, warm stone material. The atmosphere that we wanted customers to feel when walking into the restaurant was very comfortable. I think that coming in, we just wanted them to be able to gather and to have fun, be with family, bring their kids, and the atmosphere to just be very homey, feeling a little bit more upscale as well. And I think we elevated this with the selection of the furniture and also the layout. So if you are looking for just a cosmetic upgrade for your restaurant, or even a full build with a shelf space, back of house and front of house, like we would love to hear from you. At Ark and Mason, we not only do restaurants, but we also design and build offices, medical, healthcare, health and beauty. We do everything from A to Z. So we're looking forward to speaking with you and chatting about your new design project.